what is this? I would never sell this to you. Hello there my cuties, it's your local Mandarin, and I'm going to make today's intro very, very short because as you can see, it's quite a long video already. Basically, to give you a little bit of a background, I recently started a brand. It's called Vina of the Valley, and our first release was in March. It's ethically manufactured with a wide size range and is mostly on a pre-order basis. So you pre-order, wait a few months, and then your clothes come. When we closed pre-orders in March, I was like, here's a genius idea. Here's a little big brain idea from the old noggin. And that was, what if I filmed the process of preparing for the next release so that people can kind of see the behind the scenes? It's a very unique experience to kind of like randomly start a brand. Also, I live in Japan, so I thought it might be interesting. What I did not expect is that it would be such a mess. Didn't expect that. So just straight up as a warning, I whine a lot in this video. I complain a lot in this video. I'm going through it. And in order to explain why, I really need you to understand like where I come from, like my background, especially for maybe like new viewers or people who don't really know my story. So basically, both of my parents are immigrants from Kurdistan in Iraq. My dad's a driving instructor, my mom's a hairdresser. Most of my youth I was raised by my single mother with no child support. So I don't come from money, okay? I don't have a father who can give me a small loan of $1 million. In order to be able to move to Japan, I had to work at McDonald's for a year, I worked at a supermarket for a year, and then my last year I did like the phones at a taxi service, and then I worked at Specsavers, which is like an optician. For like 6 months when I lived in Japan, I didn't realize that my share house wouldn't have a mattress, so I slept on a bed frame with nothing on it, just a bed frame. My back was very sore. What I'm trying to explain with this is that money does not come easy to me. I don't have anyone who can bail me out if things go wrong, which they went wrong and there was no one to bail me out. I'm extremely lucky that I'm able to now make a living doing YouTube. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining about my life at all, but I need you to understand that I just about make a living, and like every single penny, every single month is used on the brand, and then at the end of the month I'm like, so it's been very stressful. Very stressful. I'm also extremely vulnerable in this video, and I reveal perhaps a little bit too much. There are times where I'm like, maybe I shouldn't leave that in, but then I left it in anyway. There's a lot of tea in this video, and I don't want to spoil how things went, but I wanted to give that little disclaimer just so like people understand when they watch the video like what is actually going on. But yeah, Vina of the Valley has a new release that is available until the 13th of November, and then at the end of this month, perhaps the 20th of November, but no promises there, we'll be releasing another set, and that's where we're at, so definitely check out the link in the description. Also, please do follow me on Instagram, and also please follow the brand on Instagram, and also please like and leave a comment on this video. This video has been such a long time in the making, and I'm so vulnerable in it, so like as much engagement as possible would just be so amazing for you guys. Leave a comment down below to let me know if you could have a superpower. What superpower would you have? For me, easy teleportation. Duh, I'd never be late again. Never have to pay for a plane ticket, never have to sit on an hour-long train journey. Actually, I really like trains. I think if I teleported, I would still use trains. Anyway, leave yours down below, I'd really appreciate it. And with that, let's get on with me running my business. Good morning, it is a weekday. I am very tired. I haven't slept very well for a few days now. My body's just like not letting me. Oh no, it's not my body, it's Teddy who's not letting me because he keeps biting my feet in the middle of the night, and if we kick him out, he just yells the whole time. But today we have a meeting. We're going to kind of look at some of the designs that I have, and I think we're just going to discuss the possibilities and like, Teddy, oh, I can't stay mad at him. He's so sweet. How could I ever be mad at this face? It's okay, I don't even need sleep. No, because he was literally like climbing up my leg trying to get me to pet him. Oh, my baby. Yes, I will multitask. Yes, we're going to talk about like the possibilities and like the complications with each design. And then we're going to decide on a design. I made my designs completely from scratch, just like with ideas that I have. And then Yasu draws them out for me because I'm actually really bad at drawing. But luckily Yasu's like actually really good at drawing. So we have a few drawings. Oh, the person I'm going to have a meeting with today is basically the person who communicates with the factory. He's kind of like the middleman. So for example, we have some fabric samples. He's the guy who brings me the fabric samples, and then I get to like look at them in person. I think from now on I'm just going to refer to him as like my business partner, just because that's so much easier. Yeah, hopefully we will narrow down the designs a bit, because I did do a few too many maybe, but I'm very excited. This is the most exciting part, is like when you decide the design, and like I love the design aspect of it. I love getting the samples back and trying them on and seeing how they are. So that's like my favorite part of it all. じゃあ1個目はフリースタイツの話。フリータイツってフリースタイツ。この肌色しかないから、別の色とかサイズとか作りたくて。色とサイズ、はい、こういうのエプロンみたいなワンピースを作りたくて、で生地はチェックにしたい、ちょっと冬系のチェック、あとこういうのもちょっと長い大人可愛いドレスを作りたくて、はい、なんか最近流行ってるのはこういう B 形のウエストラインとツリードみたいな生地作りたい。でゴブランとかが可愛いかなと思って。Look who's happy to see me. Oh, my little boy. He's so cute. Okay, I'm just gonna talk like this. So the meeting actually went really well. I didn't think we were gonna be able to do all of the designs that I wanted to do, but apparently we can do all the designs I wanted to do, but we're gonna do it like a staggered release. So we're not going to release everything as one collection at one time, which kind of makes sense because it takes so much time to prepare everything. I think it would literally take us like a year if we wanted to do everything all at once. I'm doing like a mix of really cute statementy pieces and also kind of like basics, or what I consider to be basics. Like one thing I noticed is when I talk about fleece types, a lot of especially black women will be like, I can't get this because it doesn't come in my skin color. And I'm like, wow, I didn't even think of that. That is so true. So I actually asked my friend Brune, I was like, where would you buy fleece tights? And she was like, I've given up. I can't find it. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is awful. So I'm going to be making fleece tights in various skin colors. So that's not really like a unique design. It's kind of just like adding to an already existing design. But I do think it is really important because I wear fleece tights every single winter. Because they're skin colored, you can wear them with skirts and people don't even realize you're wearing tights, which is what's amazing about it. No, because why is he this cute? Why are you so cute? I'm also going to be doing like a really simple kind of blouse that you can wear like under dresses and stuff. But I'm going to kind of make it like my ideal blouse to wear under dresses and stuff. Like I want a little bit of a puffy sleeve. I want like a frilly little collar. And then I'm also going to be making like one of those frilly turtlenecks because I found that like the sleeves go like halfway up my arm. It's like ridiculous. So I want to make it so the sleeves come up to like here on me, and I want to make it like cropped so it's like nice and cute here over the skirt. So those are like really simple. The rest is more like statement pieces, like dresses, and like I want to do like a jacket and skirt or a jacket and dress setup. I love things like that. I mean, I'm just a sucker for it. You've seen me wear it all the time. So I want to make a really cute version of that, and I want to make like a really nice and cute loose oversized cardigan that can be like a wardrobe staple, because I feel like when you have a really good cardigan, you're just gonna keep wearing it over and over again. That's what I want to make. So yeah, I'm really excited, but I'm really nervous that we did end up deciding to make everything that I planned. I'm doing a long dress this time as well. A lot of people requested one. For me, I hate like knee length. I think it kind of just cuts off your leg. It's just like really not my style. So I feel like my clothes are mostly going to be like a short or like quite long, but I'm really excited to do like a long dress, kind of like a sophisticated, nice, but still very cute and girly dress. So yeah, I don't want to talk too much about the designs because I think they will speak for themselves, but I'm really excited about what we're doing, so I will keep you updated on this journey. Hello there, my friend. It's about a month since I last filmed, I think. In between then, there's been a lot of very stressful admin stuff. I'll go into that in a minute, but today I went to my pattern maker. Oh, my pee-pee boy, my pee-pee boy. And we kind of went through the designs we want to do and like the timeline and stuff. It honestly wasn't really that interesting today because we're just kind of going through the designs that I've already gone through with the guy who communicates with the factory. So we just kind of went through everything. We made a few changes to a few designs. Like sometimes when you hear someone else talk about it, you're like, oh, maybe that's not practical, and maybe you can't wear this with this. But yeah, the admin stuff behind the scenes has been an absolute fucking nightmare. Guess who didn't consider how expensive PayPal's transaction fee is? This bitch. Basically, we did like a $10 discount on every item for the pre-sale, and so if someone bought the set, they would have gotten like $20 off their set, I think, because there's like a set discount as well. So basically, if you buy the set, you get like $20 off the price that we really need to sell it for. And then PayPal's been taking something like $10, like almost $10, which means that we have lost $30 on pretty much every purchase. And that is more than the profit that we were originally gonna make. So not only have we not made profit, we have gone into debt. And by we, I mean me, because this is my responsibility. So that's been really stressful. I realized that like 2 days ago, because I was like, the numbers are not numbering, like there's something wrong here. Like the amount that was in PayPal and the amount that was in my bank was like different to the amount that the sale price was, like the total number of sales, like drastically different. And then I was like, oh, what's going on here? And then I looked into it and it's like, I'm a dumbass. I guess those are the things you kind of learn as you do these things. But it was a very expensive lesson to learn because like I haven't made any money. In fact, I've lost money. And like, what if someone wants to return and get a refund? You know what I mean? Like now I have to save money so that people can do refunds. When I tell you, like ever since I realized this like 2 days ago, I've been crying non-stop. Because it's been so stressful and I have people to pay. So we're going to make a few changes. I think we're not going to use PayPal anymore. Those things really hit smaller businesses more than people realize, I think. And also, like, we absorbed the price for shipping. Like, we did DHL shipping for $10, which is way less than DHL shipping is. DHL shipping is close to like $40. And we were kind of like, oh, it's okay. Like, we'll just like pay for that. And so like now all of the money, like we made really great sales for the first time, really great sales. And all of the money is going straight to, like, you know, I'm manufacturing ethically, so it goes to the manufacturer and it goes to DHL and everyone but me. Which isn't really the end of the world, except again, like, what if there are refunds? Now I have to pay it out of pocket. So I don't know if I should put this in because it's like really personal to be talking about like finances and stuff. But yeah, it was kind of a financial fail. And it's so stressful because people are already so upset with me for the prices that I've set, and they were like a really lowball price. Like, maybe with this price, I can kind of make some of the money back that I spent on this. And like, it didn't even, nope, and now I have to pay more money. Basically, I'm really tired. So yeah, that's today's update. I'm broke as hell, and we've started the next design. At least I got to see my pattern maker's dog, Sally. She's very cute. Do I feel like an idiot for not considering these things? Yes. Is there anything I can do about it now? No. At least I have you, my little baby. At least I have you. See you with my next update. もうこれ全部記事も上がりました。中国で。Hello there, my friend. It was about a week since I last filmed. We've had a few meetings since then, mainly just going over the design still, so it's pretty much the same thing. There's a lot of details that need to go into the designs, because obviously they have to be wearable and you have to be able to fit them on a body. And also I didn't realize how much work goes into knit design, so that's been a little bit difficult, and I hope that's going to turn out well. As far as last week goes, I think I'm going to leave that clip in. I've kind of been debating whether or not I should. I think I kind of want to show the ups and the downs, and unfortunately there has been a little bit of a down. I do feel a lot better just because I'm kind of over it. Like, it is what it is. But I do need to make a lot of changes because obviously despite selling quite well, I've made a loss on this sale, and then I need to obviously pay for the next designs. And so if I keep making huge losses, then it's not sustainable. So yeah, it is what it is. I just need to figure out for next time. But today we actually have some fabric samples. I haven't looked yet, but my business partner actually just drove by and dropped it off in my mailbox, which is really nice of him. So I'm gonna have a little look now. It came in like this envelope, which I'm opening up now. As you can see, there are endless fabrics here for me to choose from. It's for 2 of the designs, so I need to look into them and decide which one I want. I'm not a huge fan of very grey check. I need it to be a little bit more, oh, this pinky one was quite cute. Oh, this is quite cute. So yeah, this is the next step. Hello, so I got some bad news by text. I just came home and I'm very tired, so excuse the situation. Basically, if you don't know, when you order from a factory, you have to have like a minimum amount of items that you have to order, and the fewer items you order, the more expensive it is. That's just kind of how factories are run. And I just got a text from my business partner to tell me that if we want to do the tights, like color them ourselves, which is the plan, I would have to order 500 pieces per color per size. That is so many pieces. I mean, I originally wanted to do like 5-6 colors, and I originally wanted to do 3 sizes. So one that is like a very typical size, one that is tall, and one that is plus size. And that is now completely out the window, because even if I did 4 colors per size, it would be 2,000 per size. So that would be 6,000 pieces that I would have to order. And I do not, like, I can't afford to take that risk. So I'm just kind of taking it in for now. Mabel's meowing. A little bit of a hiccup. Man, I'm so bummed out about the news. How are you feeling about it, Teddy? He doesn't care. Okay, so I just had a meeting with my pattern maker. I figured since I want to tell Yasu what happened, I'll just like film my interaction with Yasu, and then you guys can also know what happened. Hello. So basically they started this new thing. I don't know if you remember, but my pattern maker, she started like doing 3D designs. Yeah, and she only started doing that like right when we finished our last project. But she was like, okay, let's try doing it this time and then see how it changes like the process. And at first we were a little bit like, not really sure about it, but we did it today and it was actually really good. Like, she showed us the designs as they are now with the patterns that they are now. It was actually really impressive. Like, she was able to make like a bunch of small changes from the app. Yeah, right there and then with the 3D design. And I think that really helped, because then in the end we don't have to get as many samples, because I don't know if you remember, but last time we had so many samples because I kept needing to fix things. Because when you fix one thing, you don't know how it's going to affect other things. For example, if you change the color of the jacket, which we did, you don't know how it's going to affect, for example, the back color, because there's 2 parts of the color, right? And so when you're able to do that with the 3D design, you can kind of see everything. The effect that it had, which is really good actually. So I think that's a really good way of doing it. Also because samples take like 2 weeks to come.
Oh, really?
Yeah, do you remember how much it was such a nightmare, do you remember?
Oh, yeah.
We had to like get a sample and then fix everything about the sample and then wait 2 weeks for the new sample to come and then fix everything about that sample, and that all costs money and it takes so long.
Yeah, because when you got this sample and you see it, like, wait, I think I need to change it. And then again, 2 weeks later and see it again, oh, I might want to change this.
Yeah, exactly. So because
on.
that's been like kind of taken care of now, we don't have to worry so much about that. So the sample's going to be more about like checking the fit and checking how they're making it, and like if the fabric is good for it and everything like that. What do you want, Maple? Come here.
Maple.
Anyway, so that was really good. So we went through all of the designs that we want to release first.
Yeah.
We actually went through pretty much all the designs, really. Right. And we were able to kind of see them 3D, and now I feel a lot more confident about a lot of the designs as well, because we were able to kind of fix things that I wasn't sure about.
Yeah.
One of the designs I'm really nervous about, and that's like the heart apron one. That one I feel is like a little bit of a difficult design in general, because I don't know how it's going to look with the fabric and stuff. So I think that one is going to be one that, like, even after we've decided the design, there's probably going to be a few changes made to the samples. So that one I'm a little bit worried about, but the jacket and the dress thing I think is going to be really cute. I'm really excited about that one.
Yeah.
And now we're just kind of deciding on the fabric. Oh yeah, the fabric. So I showed you guys the fabric last time, but what I realized is that was the fabric that was supposed to be used for the jacket, but the jacket needs like thicker fabric, and that was like really thin fabric. So we're having some more fabric sent over, and we might print our own fabric. We're not sure yet, because I don't know if the color that I want is like available. And then after I met the pattern maker, we went and we had like a second meeting about like, because you know the pre-sales are being sent out at the end of this month. So we had like a meeting to like clarify all of that, but we had the discussion about the fleece tights, and I still don't know what's going to happen. I'm asking for like how much it's going to cost for one pair if we do 500 pairs. Like how much is it all going to cost in the end, and I have to think about after that. I might have to only do one size.
Yeah, it's like really difficult situation right now.
Yeah, so I'm just like thinking about it all the time. I'm so tired, you guys. It's been really stressful. But yeah, so I don't know what's going to happen with that. To me, there's no point in doing it if I can't do different skin colors.
Yeah.
And I really want to do plus size, but I think that's just going to be impossible. And also, yeah, I was talking to my business partner, and he's like, you need to reduce sizes, and I'm like, I cannot reduce sizes.
That's
so hard. It's so hard when you work with like Japanese people, because they don't understand this concept of like inclusivity. And so it's really hard to explain, like, no, like I need to make this many sizes. So I don't think I'm gonna be able to increase sizes for a while, because this already is such a financial strain on us. And he was saying like, you should increase the prices for plus size, like the bigger sizes. Like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I was like, we can't do that. It's just like shut down. Like, no, we're not doing that. Like, no, we're not doing that. So it's really hard.
Yeah, it's more, it's like unfair.
It's unfair.
Very unfair.
I agree, it's unfair, and I don't think you should have to pay more just because you're a different size. I think that's ridiculous.
I like that.
No. So we're not doing that. Absolutely not. But yeah, I want to explain that because I want people to understand that I'm not doing more sizes because I don't want to. Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay. It's more difficult to make more sizes. Especially because
we haven't made any profit yet. We've only made losses so far. So yeah, I'm really sorry that I can't increase the sizes for now. It's a very difficult situation, you know, because I'm not making any profit yet, you know. So I think it's gonna be like at least another year.
Yeah, in the future.
Before I can,
It's like really difficult right now.
Yeah, so I really do apologize for that. It's not that I don't want to be inclusive, it's just like I can't afford it. It's just me. It's just me. And also we talked about like returns, and I don't know what I'm going to do. This time I have like a return policy of like, if you return the item, we will give you a refund, no problem, right? But what happens then is we send the clothes and we pay like something like $40 from DHL. Yeah. Then they send the clothes back, and then we have to pay like $40 to come back. Yeah. And then we send it back to them again. And we had to pay like $40, and then we also lose like some of the shohin.
Yeah. So, it's like 3 times, you know.
Yeah, he calculated it was only like $250 loss. So I think we have to kind of rethink our return policy. Not that we don't want to be making it easy to return things. It's just like we have to think about what's actually going to keep the business alive. Because right now,
I think that's like the most important.
The business is like drowning. Yeah. It's drowning, and it's going to die if we keep it at this rate. Yeah. So it's like really hard because I'm stuck between like, I really want to make it as good of a business as possible and make it as helpful for people as possible, but also like if I don't make any money, then I can't continue, like, because I can't do it for free, and especially not when it's not just for free, I'm making a loss, you know. So yeah, so I want to apologize in advance for the future return policy. So yeah, that was what was discussed in today's meeting, but the 3D stuff was really cool actually. I'm actually really excited for that. So yeah, that's what's happening now. See you in the next one. Hello there my friends. So today I had a meeting with the people in charge of the factory and the warehouse and with my business partner, and great news is that everything is going according to plan. Things will be shipped on time, which is just amazing. I'm super excited about that. Up until this point, I've been really anxious because obviously there has been a lockdown in Shanghai. So obviously if things arrive much later than they planned, then I feel like that would really hurt the trust that I'm trying to build up with my customers. So we're just finalizing all of that. It's going pretty well. I'm very happy about that. Unfortunately, I think I will have to scrap the fleece tights this time. It's really, really unfortunate because I was really excited about them. They were like such a passion for me because I love wearing them, but the costs just weren't realistic. Like I have to be realistic with what I can actually do at this stage. It is after all just like my second release, and I keep hammering on about this, but I did make a loss. So obviously until I make any profit, there's only so much that I can expand my business, and forcing myself to expand more than I realistically can is just going to cause a lot of financial trouble that can ultimately lead to me not being able to continue the business. So yeah, it sucks. I really wanted to do that, but I think I have to not do that. I had to look at some more fabric samples. I wasn't happy with the ones last time. I want more colors and stuff. So that is where we are right now. Hello friends, so a little bit of an update. It has been about a week since we sent out all of the orders, and pretty much every customer has got their order now. Oh my gosh, you guys, you won't even believe the stress I've been under. I think it's just so much pressure for me because I know that I've like taken these people's money. Like I don't take that lightly. The fact that I've taken people's money in itself is like really stressful. So that means that I have to like be as available as I can. So I've been literally on my phone at home for a week straight. This is like the first day that I've actually like gotten ready. Last night I got ready a little bit and filmed a couple TikToks to like try to get myself out of literally just being at home in my pajamas. But today we had a meeting. We went through what to do in case of a return because there had been a few people who want to like exchange sizes and stuff. And the thing is, I didn't know what to do because like every time I brought it up, it just wasn't really like prioritized, and it is my fault because it is my brand, so it's my job to like manage it. But I did not know what we were supposed to do because our return policy says that we're supposed to send people, what's it called? A return slip. The thing is, because it's international, it's so much more difficult to do that. But through DHL, we have been able to kind of give a number that people are able to quote DHL to then get the shipping for free. So I've now emailed back every single customer who wanted a return, which has been a huge weight off my chest because that was really like a huge concern for me. Like I've taken these people money, you know, and now they want a return. Like they need their money back. You know what I mean? That being said, free shipping is not free and we do have to pay for it. And I do think that we have to change our return policy again because we're a small business. We have to know what we are able to offer and what we are not able to offer, and unfortunately we just can't afford to do all the shipping for returns. So we will still accept returns, but I don't think we will be able to pay for the shipping for them. We're already in the red. Did I tell you guys? I don't know if I told you guys. I talked about it on my story a little bit, but the yen has dropped in value so dramatically. And my bank only lets me keep money in yen. I've been like harassing them, trying to get them to let me keep money in dollars, but they won't let me. So the money that I needed to pay the factory at the end of this month has significantly gone down in value. As if we didn't have enough problems already. Essentially, per item, through just the yen going down in value, we have lost 10,000 yen, which used to be, like 6 months ago, used to be worth $100, but I still live in Japan and I still have to pay the factory in dollars. So essentially I've lost like $100 per order, if that makes sense. I mean, listen, it is what it is. It's my first time doing a launch. I've learned a lot. You know, it is what it is. But we do have to like learn from this and kind of make a few steps to make sure that our losses are not as high as they are. I'm just hoping now that the stocks that we do have will sell because we've already paid for those items to be made. So maybe we can use that money to further the business. Hopefully, we'll see how it goes. But you know, it is what it is. You win some, you lose some. We lost this one, it's okay. We did have good sales though, and I feel like that in itself is a huge positive, and a lot of people are really, really happy with their orders. We've got some amazing reviews, which by the way, hasn't really sunk in yet. I feel like because I've been so stressed and so focused on like the negative, even though it's not really negative, it's just people like wanting to change their size, right? I haven't really taken in the fact that like people have bought my design and are like wearing my design. I feel like once this all calms down a bit, I'm gonna be like, what just happened? You know? But it's been really fun seeing everyone's pictures and stuff, so that's really exciting. Also, I will say every single person who has requested a return has been extremely polite and extremely patient. We have had 0 difficult customers, which in itself I think is a huge feat. Like, isn't that amazing? So I want to thank you guys for being like such amazing, such thoughtful, and such understanding customers, especially those who had to wait like a week to find out what was going to happen with their return. I really do apologize about that. Trust me, it was not my choice to make you wait. We had a meeting today and finally everything's been organized. It's just a huge weight off my shoulders. Finally, I can go and live life a little bit normally. I also think that from now on, we won't be able to do exchanges just because of the way our business works. Like next time we're going to be selling stocks, and then I don't know if we're ever going to sell these designs again. So if someone wants a size exchange but it's out of stock, we're just not even able to do that for them because it's just like an item that is no longer available, you know? So I think I need to change my return policy to reflect that. Otherwise, people are going to be expecting exchanges and they're not going to be available, which is really not fair to the customer. So yeah, it kind of sucks that we have to like weaken our return policy, but we just have to be like realistic about what we can realistically do. I just said realistic twice in the same sentence. But I do want to say a huge thank you to everyone who ordered. Everyone has been really amazing. It's been amazing to see everyone wearing my clothes. Everyone's been posting really nice pictures. And now that the return situation has been sorted, I feel very motivated to continue and do my best and release the new designs. My main takeaway from the sizing situation, like people wanting different sizes and stuff, is that it would have been a lot better to use a fastener, a zipper on the side so that people can just choose based on their waist measurements. So next time I'm doing that for sure. So yeah, it's been a lot of learning, a lot of reflecting. Hey, hello, so I'm back in bed and I'm not leaving bed. It's not happening. My happiness and calamity and peacefulness lasted a day. It lasted yesterday and it's gone already. Woke up this morning, oh my god. I've been getting a few messages from the customers, some of them being like, the phone number is not right. Like DHL is telling me the phone number is not right. And I'm like, why did they give me this phone number if it's not right? So I contact my business partner and I'm like, the phone number is not right. And he's like, okay, wait, I'll just check everything. And then he comes back to me and he's like, yeah, the phone number is not right, it's this. And also the account for DHL that makes it free for people to send their stuff back, yeah, it's not active until Tuesday. So then why did you let me send it to customers? I'm so stressed out about this because how incredibly unprofessional. Like first I make them wait like 4 days to hear anything about their return. And then I come back to them and I'm like, we have this amazing way for you to return your items. And then I come back to them again. I'm like, sorry, that doesn't work. How incredibly unprofessional. Because this all falls back on me. I can't just be like, yeah, the warehouse is not doing what we want them to. I'm supposed to be the one making them do what we want them to. So I started to harass them a little bit. I started to be like, listen, if you give me the details for your DHL account, I can log in and I will make the return labels. I want return labels. I don't want people to have to go to DHL and sort this out. I want to be the one who sorts it out and then they just drop it in a mailbox or something. I don't understand how return labels work. None of us understand how return labels work, and that is the problem. None of us understand how return labels work. It's the first time the warehouse is doing it. It's the first time I'm doing it, but I really just want this to be smooth for my customers. And I feel like it looks like I'm trying to make it so that they can't do a return. Like, I don't want it to look like I'm trying to scam them out of money, right? That's like the worst thing. Here's the thing. Influencers already have a bad reputation, right? Already, when an influencer is selling something, you're like, oh, it's a scam, right? I really need my brand to not have that reputation. When I'm telling you, I was this close to just being like, yeah, just send it and I'll PayPal you the money back. Literally like out of my own pocket, not even like the business money, just my pocket. I just hate how much I'm trying to get all the information right for the returns and they're just not giving me the information. Here's the thing, right? They're not bad people. They just don't understand what I'm asking for. And I sent them the link to DHL that explains how to do it. And I'm like, listen, we need to do this. We need to do return labels. It's a Saturday, so they're not gonna be able to do anything today anyway. But hopefully by the start next week, they will make return labels for the customers who want returns, and then the customers can return it easily. It's been really stressful because everyone is trying their best, right? Everyone is trying their best. I understand that they just don't understand what I want because they have never done return labels before. And I also understand that my customers are just trying to return their clothes. And I'm trying my best, guys. I really am trying my best. I'm so easily affected by stress that when something is really stressful like this, I just collapse. Like, I honestly wish I could fall asleep for a whole week and then just wake up and everything's done. That's my dream. That's my ideal situation. Oh my god. And then tomorrow I have to go to a farm, so I have to bake cookies. Because I have to bring something if Yas's friend is like inviting us to like work on his farm. Bro, I just want to do the designing. Does anyone else want to take over? Does anyone else want my business? I don't want it anymore. You can have my business. Is it profitable? No. In an ideal world, I would hire someone to take care of the customer aspect, but obviously I can't do that, can I? Because, say it with me, kids, we have made a loss. So yeah, I promise, I swear on my life, if you are someone who tried to get a return now and you're now watching in like September, I promise on my life, I have not been trying to like scam you. I'm trying my absolute hardest to get you a return free of charge, which by the way, I'm so glad we are not doing this anymore. Like not even just like the money aspect, like obviously we can't afford it, but also it is a nightmare to manage this. A nightmare. And it's just me. I don't know. So yeah, that's me this Saturday. Hope you're having a better day. Hello, so I just came home from a meeting. It's been a few weeks since I last filmed, I believe. At that time I was really stressed, and I'm still really stressed, but at the very least now a lot of things have been sorted. A lot of people's returns have come and I've been able to refund them or send them their exchange, so all that is well. I've changed my return policy and I've turned off PayPal payments, so everything should be good from now on, I'm hoping. We'll see. I also want to make it really clear, I don't know if I said this before, but I really want to make it clear that I'm not mad or upset with anyone who got a return. Every single person who got a return, first of all, was super polite, and second of all, it was within your rights to get a return because that was part of my policy. So I don't want anyone who got a return to like watch this and like feel bad. Like 100%, you just did what you had a right to do as a customer. I just really want to document the progress as it goes, as honestly as I can. Like it was stressful for me, I'm not gonna lie about that, but it was not your fault. Like it's fine. Anyway, so we have finished all of the first patterns for the next samples. So we talked about that, we talked about the first samples, we talked about how I want to do some embroidery on one of the designs, so I'm going to get an artist to do that, and we talked about the release of the items that we have sold this time, which is happening this weekend, so I'm really nervous about that. Quite frankly, I'm just very tired, very stressed, but let's put this chapter behind us now. I don't want to talk about this release anymore. It is what it is, let's just keep going and be positive, and I'm really excited about the next launch. So at least there's that. I can't wait for the samples, and I can't wait as well for the relaunch because people are going to be getting their items way more quickly because it's not a pre-order. I'm really excited about that as well. Yeah, that is how things are now. Hello, I'm about to have a Zoom meeting. Do I look like shit? It's because I feel like shit. It's been really stressful. I'm just like barely hanging on. I know I said that we would move on from all this, but basically what's happened now is PayPal is holding $6,000 of the business's money, which, if you recall, say it with me, we did not make any profit, which I've looked into it now. PayPal did not make it clear they were going to keep as much money from me as they did at all. They had like a small percentage, but I guess a lot of it is like hidden fees from like currency conversion and this and that, which is, are you joking? So now I feel less stupid because I think I was kind of scammed by PayPal. And I'm putting this out because I really feel strongly that no small business should ever work with PayPal. I think they are awful. Their fees are insane, and now they're holding my money, and I keep messaging them being like, why are you holding my money? Because they said they were only going to hold my money for 3 months. 3 months passed, no update, and I'm getting all these messages telling me to take out the money because in Japan you legally cannot keep the money on websites like Wise or PayPal. You can't keep the money there, you have to have it sent to a bank, and obviously it's being held on PayPal, so this is not legal in Japan. So I don't know how they're getting away with this. I keep messaging them being like, how do I get the money? And they keep being like, we will review your account in October and see. And I'm like, okay, but how do I get a favorable review? Like, what are you reviewing? I don't understand what they're reviewing because I'm not doing anything. I haven't used the account since like March, and they just keep copy and pasting the same message, which is disrespectful if nothing else, because they're holding my money. Like, obviously I'm like, okay, but how do I get my money back? And they're just like, you'll see. So now I'm gonna have a Zoom meeting to discuss how I'm supposed to be paying for everything, and that's gonna be really fun because $6,000 of my funds are being held, and I don't really understand why. Like, they originally said that if I give them tracking numbers, they will release the funds, and now I have tracking numbers, and I keep being like, where do I put the tracking numbers? Because originally in the resolution center they gave me like 5 random orders or like 10, and they were like, give us tracking numbers for these, and I would love to do that because now I have the tracking numbers. Originally it was a pre-order, I didn't have them. Right now I do. Every single order has been sent and received, but they're just like not even replying. They just keep sending me the same message being like, check back in October, which is, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm actually going to go crazy. I just about have enough to pay the rest of the fees for the products, and I just about have enough to pay for like DHL. But for the pattern maker, I'm going to have to like pay her out of pocket, like with YouTube money. Like, this is so stupid. Like, literally just because PayPal won't let me use my own money, even though like I have proven to be a legitimate business. I have proof, I have tracking numbers, I have customer photos. Like, clearly I'm a legitimate business, and they just like aren't having any of it. It's like non-negotiation. Essentially, the way that I see it is PayPal is saying, we are keeping $6,000, fuck you, deal with it. Like, that's it. So just really fun. I'm just like loving that. This stress just never ends. So yeah, I'm gonna go have a Zoom meeting, see what people say. It has been really stressful, so I'm just really hoping that things are better with the next release and a little bit smoother at least, because we've like figured things out a bit, right? I'm trying really hard to stay positive. It's hard to stay positive when PayPal is keeping $6,000. I want to make something clear, by the way. $6,000 for me is a lot of money, like a lot of money. This is all self-funded with like YouTube money. It's been expensive, so I would really like to have my $6,000, please, PayPal. If you're a small business, do not use PayPal. Wish me luck for my Zoom meeting. See you next time. Now we will actually move on, I promise. We'll actually move on from this. Bye. Okay, hi, so now it's almost September. It's taken about a month for the samples to be done, but finally we have the samples. I'm super excited about it. I already saw some pictures and people were really excited about it on like social media. So if I look to the side, it's because I'm looking at Yasu, who is also listening in on this conversation.
Hello.
I'm also really excited about it. However, I did see some things already that I'm like, maybe I want to change that, maybe I want to change that. So I got them today and I'm going to try them on. And then sometime this week, we're going to go to the pattern maker and then we're going to like discuss the changes that we want to make. We also discussed the timeline that we want to do this, and everything's kind of been moved. I kind of expected this to happen because it was supposed to be done by like September and I was like, it's August, like it's not really going to happen according to the timeline that we wanted, but things have been moved. Originally we were going to release the jacket and dress set separately, like after we do the heart dress and the blouse. And then we were like, oh, maybe we can do them together, but now we're like, actually we can't do them together. So like the timeline's kind of all over the place because it's taking so long. We also have to like print the pink fabric, and we don't have the fabric for it that we want now. Like it's like a thinner fabric that the samples are made of, because we have to like custom make the fabric because what I want is so specific. So that's gonna like take some time, but because the heart dress is made of like fabric that we can just use solo mama, like we don't have to change anything, that one can be kind of done more quickly. So yeah, that is what was discussed in today's meeting. Now let's try on the clothes. Okay, so this here is the blouse straight out of the packet. First of all, I'm already so impressed with it. Honestly, I'm surprised how well things turned out this time. I'll explain to you why in just a second, but look at the sleeves. I wanted something that's like simple and that you can wear pretty much under anything, though I'm wondering if it might be a little bit too short. Let's try it on. Okay, so here I'm wearing the blouse. These are shorts, don't worry. I feel like it's definitely too short because if you want to wear this tucked in with something, it might be a little bit difficult, so I'm definitely going to lengthen it. Also, I think it's too see-through, so I might change the fabric. Other than that, I quite like the fit. I really like this and I really like this. Originally I was going to like add embroidery or something, but I actually think it's better to keep it a little bit simple. And also I think we need to increase the number of buttons. This is like not enough buttons in my opinion. Do you see it's like it's too open?
Yeah.
Like I want to like increase the number of buttons.
Yeah.
We're going to change the buttons as well. Okay, so straight out of the packet here is this. I'm so impressed with how this turned out so far. I will say, right? I will say though, I wanted, because it's like 3 layered skirts. Oh, but they didn't do it the way I wanted it, so yeah, I feel I want to like make it so that you can properly see the layers of the skirt. I feel like right now it just looks like one skirt, so I'm gonna make some changes to the skirt. I love this lace and I love this little ribbon thing here so much. I will say maybe I'll replace this lace. Anyway, that's something that I'm currently considering. One thing though, 2 things. First of all, I wanted a zipper on this and I can't find a zipper. So that's a concern for me because last time we didn't have zippers and I didn't consider that some people have really big differences between their hips and their waist. So if they can't get it past their hips, then they can't wear it on their waist, right? So I wanted a zipper on this and there is no zipper. So I'm gonna obviously have that added. It is stretchy in the back, but obviously like if you can't get it past your hips, then you can't wear it on your waist, right? And then the second thing is I wanted it so that you can have buttons so that you can change the length of this so that you can kind of adjust it to what you're wearing. Maybe you're wearing like a thicker jumper and you want it to be shorter, or like maybe like your chest is bigger and then it's easier to adjust it, and this doesn't have that, so I'm definitely going to have that added. And then I don't like the lace at the bottom. The lace at the bottom just doesn't work with the fit at all. Okay, so this fit is first of all so much better than anything we ever had before when it came to like first sample. That being said, again, as you can see, the waist is way too high, and because I'm not able to adjust, do you see, babe? It's because I'm not able to adjust the strap length, I'm not able to lower the waist.
Oh yeah.
And that's causing me problems. I don't think the skirt is too short. I like the skirt length, especially if the waist is lowered a little bit, then I think it's like just the right length. I like skirts that are quite short. There are things coming with long skirts. People keep asking about that, but just not these. But yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but like the waist is way too high. This is like my natural waist, so I would really want to bring it down. That's like a main concern. And then also, I don't know if you would agree or not, but the heart is very, very plain. So like right from the start, I've been like, oh, I want to do something with the heart, but I haven't been sure what to do. And so I ended up commissioning an artist, and they actually very kindly made me 2 different designs, and I just haven't been sure which one I want to go with. So there's this And then there's this. And everyone's saying this one, even though I like the colors on this one, but everyone is saying the other one. I'm very like torn. I haven't been able to decide. And then we're going to like kind of put like red ribbon around it so that it kind of ties it all together. I'm gonna pin this on just to kind of look at it. Okay, so the sample heart is quite big actually. It's a little bigger than the actual heart itself, and I definitely think that having like the red ribbon will kind of tie it all together, because right now this center is a little bit too white. You know, you like it?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad. Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous about it because it's obviously like a little bit big. And then I also decided to make a little ribbon weight. Like this kind of ribbon I've been finding like super cute. Although I want to put it on a headband. They made it on this clip. So next time it'll definitely be on a headband. And maybe I want to make this part a bit bigger. I feel like this is like chocolate 39. But there's like wire inside it so you can kind of like adjust it a little bit. So it's gonna go on your head like this. Oops. Yeah, it definitely needs to be like a headband though.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? It's like it's gonna go out like that. So, but yeah, other than that, this is like pretty okay. Next, to start with, we've got this little dress situation that you can tie at the back. Again, I like things that you can kind of like adjust the waist on, because I like the waist to be like nice and tight on me. The fabric is like quite thin now. It's not like super thin, but I definitely want it to be thicker. I want it to be like nice and wintry, you know, so something you can like quite comfortably wear in winter with maybe like a jumper or something, you know. It's got a zipper on the side so that you can kind of open it around the waist and stuff, which I think is quite good.
Oh,
you like it? Okay, so this is the dress when I try it on. It's a little bit short, I will say. I definitely want it lengthened, and I want the pleats kind of pressed. But other than that, I quite like it. Also, we can change the buttons. And then what do you think? Do you think I should include like a little black ribbon that you can tie and wear with the dress?
리본いいかもね.
I'm gonna try a black ribbon on, yeah.
いや、そっちの方がいい.
You like it more with the ribbon? Yeah, maybe I'll include a ribbon. I'll talk
Because
to my pattern maybe.
without it, it feels like 39.
Yeah, like a little sabishi here.
Yeah, sabishi.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, this is this one. We want to keep it a little bit simple, and also this is going to come in pink check as well as the jacket, which I'll show you now. Okay, so initial reaction is that there are 3 buttons here and your arm just can't go through, which I think is just really impractical for like daily use. Is like you have to like unbutton 3 buttons and then button them up again. So either I'm going to reduce these buttons, or I'm going to like kind of increase the length of this, or I'm going to like change the type of button so it's like the clicky buttons.
Clicky button might be right.
Yeah, a better choice, right? Because I would just be really annoyed if like I was rushing out the door and I had to do this. Okay, so the jacket, I'm not going to lie, is close to perfect. It's super, super cute.
That's really
right?
cute.
It's really cute. I was really worried about like the one button. I wasn't sure if that was a good move, but I actually think one button is really cute with it.
It's really good, yeah.
Right? And then I'm gonna open the button and show you how it looks with the fit. Like such a cute little setup,
so good.
right? I know, I love the jacket. Honestly, it's close to perfect. There's very little I want to change about this. I was talking about this on my story, and I was thinking like maybe adding black lace. But the thing is, if I add black lace, then it's not as easy to wear this like casually, like to like go to work and stuff. So I want to add like lace that you can kind of clip on and take off, so you can wear it like cutesy and like out in the town, and then also you can wear it like to work and stuff to make it like a versatile piece. I think that would be really cute. But yeah, honestly, I'm pretty happy with this. We're gonna change the buttons as well. As you can see right now, they're just like plain buttons. Maybe I don't want to overcomplicate things, maybe just like pearls or something, but you know, it's just something cute like that. Oh, and I actually want to add a beret as well, a matching beret. I think would be really cute.
Yeah, that would
right?
be really good, yeah.
And then it's like a whole set that you can buy. I think it'd be so cute.
Yeah.
With the blouse and everything. I love it. Very exciting times. Other than that, what's been happening? Not really that much. It's been kind of boring. You know what has been stressful though? I've been posting about this, so if you follow my social media, you probably already know this. Instagram has like completely cut my engagement in the past few months. Literally like since I released my brand, which is just great, along with, you know, like the yen falling and all that. And so I'm really stressed about like if people are even going to see my designs when I release them. That's something I've been really like stressed about, because obviously if my engagement is suddenly cut by seriously like 2/3, then even if I put out cute designs, no one will see them. So that's been a stress. Obviously money's been a stress, but you've heard enough about that. But honestly, like ever since the design pictures came, I felt so much better about it. Like it's been harder for me to really like feel like complaining, because I'm just so excited about the designs. Like this is so cute.
Yeah.
Like it kind of like gives me the confidence.
Yeah.
But yeah, like as I said, I definitely want the fabric to be thicker. Yeah, that's that. See you in a few days when we go to the pattern maker.
今さトレーニング通ってるからさ、
鎖可愛すぎる。こんな感じ。うん、こんな感じの方がいい。Why are you meowing? You just want attention. You just want attention. Okay, so today I went to my pattern maker. We were there for quite a few hours actually. I'm like so tired of that.
Yeah,
it really
like,
knocked it out of me.
You were like really long.
Yeah, it took a really long time because we really went over like everything, and there was a lot of like just cutting things up and then like sticking them back together and then pinning them here and there just like see what it's gonna look like if we change this and if we change that. We're going to basically change like the whole skirt of the heart apron. We're going to change the lace around it. We're changing so much. We're not changing that much with the set and with the jacket thing, but they agreed and they said that it would be really cute if we do like the frill that you can like take off yourself. So we're going to basically do that. We're going to do like the lace that you can take off and put back on the jacket. That's super great. I'm really happy with it. Everything went really smoothly. It wasn't that crazy. The dog was really cute. So yeah, very successful meeting with my pattern maker. She's going to make some changes. Then those changes are going to be sent to the factory, and then the factory is going to make another sample, and that is what we are waiting for. Hello my friends, I look quite a mess because it is a rainy day, but I was very kindly left this in my mailbox. It says, Vina, here is the blouse's more thick fabric sample. Sample is the word. So I'm gonna have a look at that now. I'm so bad at opening packages. Like, how have I managed this? God. Okay, so I can see this already. It's so much thicker than the other fabric, which is great. And this one's light colored, so I can kind of see that it's not as see-through as the other one was, especially if you look at the difference. And then here we got this one, and this one's a little bit more of a darker color, so it's a little bit more difficult to say, but I definitely feel like this one is less see-through actually. I think I've got a little white one here. So these are the two that I'm going to have to choose from. Oh my gosh, what is Teddy doing?
Teddy!
Teddy! So yeah, these are the two that I'm going to have to choose from. I'm going to take a little bit of time to think about it, but yes, we are definitely thickening the material for the blouse. Right, Lala? I got the knitwear samples. I don't know how to put into words how upset I am by how the knitwear samples came out. They are not good. Oh my gosh. First of all, what is this? What is this ripped edge design? This is certainly not what I saw. I wanted it scalloped at the bottom. I'm just trying to like stay calm because I hate these. This is so thin. I wanted it like fluffy. I like these flowers. I did ask for these, but then the rest of it seems so plain because it's such a plain fabric. Like I wanted like thick knitwear fabric. I don't understand what this is. I cannot sell this, and I will not sell this. I like the flowers.
Yeah, the flower is good.
But I'm so upset by the rest of it. I'm just like upset. But the next one, this is, the material is like that of a washcloth. Do you see how see-through it is?
How are you supposed to get warm?
I think they think that this is supposed to be like a turtleneck. It is not. It's supposed to go over your shoulders. And like it's as long as the thingy. It's supposed to be like an off-shoulder thing, and then you tie it. It's supposed to have organza that you can like tie, but the organza is horrible. First of all, it looks like it's going to fall off any moment. And second of all, they haven't like finished the edge, so it's just like a cut-off piece of organza. It looks really cheap and hideous and ugly.
Is this like a final sample? Or?
No. This is the first sample.
Okay.
But I really think I need to go to like a knitwear specialist. That's what the pattern maker said last time, and I think she's right. This I can't even put on because it's so tight.
It's so bad.
It's really tight. I tried putting it on earlier and it wasn't even, I had to ask Yafu to help me take it off because it was so tight. My main concern really is I kept asking for thicker material and my business partner just kept bringing me the same material. So I really think I need to go to a knitwear specialist because this is not, I don't understand what this is supposed to be. I'm so upset by it. What is this? I would never sell this to you. I don't think they have thicker materials. I really think I need to go to like a specialist. Yeah. That's how I feel. Either I do that or I'm just not doing knitwear this time. Because I'm not releasing this. And I don't know if I trust them anymore with the rest because I keep asking for thicker material and they keep not bringing me thicker material. So that's that situation. Oh, but also, I got this put on a headband, but I asked for this to be made bigger, so I'm guessing they just put the old one on like a headband just to give me an idea. I want the headband thicker because this looks like it could snap so easily. I want like a thick, good headband, and also I want them to like give it a little tie to the headband so that it doesn't fly off your face, because this looks ridiculous. Look, it's like it flops around. I want it to be like tied like this. This was like almost there. Everything else was like way better. This is just like the first time I've done a sample and I'm like, what is this? Actually, the last time I had a few situations like that as well. With the spring summer. Actually, that's why it took so long.
Yeah.
Because I kept getting new samples and being like, this is not good. Ah, what a nightmare. Okay, so I discussed it with my business partner and I'm going to go and look for a knit specialist factory. Don't worry, I'll definitely do my due diligence. Don't worry, I'll definitely do my due diligence and make sure that it's also an ethical factory. So I thought I would explain how I do this just to give you a little bit of peace of mind and also just so you understand the process. Basically, I get third-party reports from the factories that ensure that workers are being paid properly, that they have time off, and that includes safety checks, photos of the factory. I basically get every little piece of information about the factory that you could possibly ask for, even like their lease in the actual building that they have. With that information, I'm able to check that the factory is ethical. The first step is fixing the pattern because there are a few things wrong with the pattern as well. So I just also got the invoice for like the DHL fees and stuff, and I just don't understand how they're like more expensive than the clothes, because the numbers are not numbering for me. Like, I just don't get it. So I really wanted to stop using DHL from last time, but they were like, no, it's too soon and this and that, and I don't know. So I think I'm gonna switch warehouse, because right now the same factory and warehouse is doing everything, and I feel like they're not very experienced with warehousing, and so I'm paying a lot for like next day delivery when that's not even what people need. Like, I'm sure people are happy to wait like a week for their clothes, right? So yeah, I don't really know how I'm gonna pay this. I'm gonna ask if they can wait until next month, because then we can do the pre-sales, and then maybe I can use the pre-sale money to pay for it, and maybe PayPal will release my funds that they're holding. So yeah, the money stress again is like, I'm so stressed these days. Do you see how bad my skin is? I've been like just kind of shaking, just taking everything in. I don't think I can even describe how much stress I'm under. Like, my chest is tight and I'm just like not breathing properly. So yeah, I just can't wait for this to be sorted. So tomorrow I have to meet my pattern maker. I got some pictures of the samples and they're not good, which sucks. I think the blouse is fine, but the dress is just not good. I'm getting a little bit frustrated because I'm seeing that it's almost October and it's still nowhere near done. I think at this point it's going to get released in November for a release that was supposed to be in September, and I'm kind of looking at the people I'm working with, and I don't want to spill too much tea because honestly there's a lot that's been happening, but I'm realizing some people who have been calling themselves my partners have maybe not had my best interest in mind, and maybe I'm paying them way too much for what they're not really doing anyway, and it's losing me a lot of money, like not even because they're taking a big cut, but because they're not really doing the job properly. I think that's as much as I'll say today, because it's honestly a lot. But yeah, I wanted to start the samples in April and they didn't get done until the end of August, so I'll probably be changing the way I do things from now on. But like, as a final point, I would like to add that I actually tried to break things off like last month and they just like wouldn't let me. It was super weird. It was almost like when you have a breakup with like a really bad boyfriend, they just won't let you break up. Have you ever had that? It was literally like that. It was kind of bizarre. I'm trying to say as much as I need to without saying too much, but it's been really weird and it's been really stressful. And I feel like my naivety as a 24-year-old who's just started her own business has kind of been taken advantage of. But I've only signed a contract that's like seasonal, actually actively, because they tried to make me sign a contract to work with them until the end of October 2023. And I said no, which thank God. So I think after the autumn winter line, I'm just going to just do everything by myself, because I could do it by myself anyway, and I don't understand what the purpose is of paying someone to do it if they are not doing it anyway. Did not think there was going to be drama in a video about designing clothes, but here we are. On kind of a similar note tonight, I finally managed to find a warehouse that is pretty decent and pretty reasonable shipping prices. So at least that's a huge weight off my shoulder because I was really stressed about this whole DHL situation. Like, oh my god, I'm actually shaking with how relieved I am that I actually managed to do this because, oh my god, it's been a lot. Okay, so I just had a meeting with the pattern maker. I've been pretty stressed about everything, but just doing the clothes and like putting the clothes on and like fixing what I want to get fixed, it makes me feel so much better because that's just what I love to do, you know, and it just reminds me like why I'm doing this. I love clothes. So we got some samples, we're making some changes. I will say the turtleneck was pretty good. We're probably just going to change the ribbon. The skirt that we got, it was the first sample, it was very bad. But the pattern maker knows what I want, so hopefully the next one will be a little bit better and we'll see. The heart apron is actually almost done and the blouse was pretty much completely done. We just need to change the buttons. So yeah, feeling pretty good about that meeting we just had. Okay, so I just had a meeting with the warehouse that I'm trying to set up with and everything looks really great. One thing I really like about them is that they're able to help me pay for the duties of my European customers, which means that if you're getting sent stuff from Europe, then you don't have to pay customs anymore, which I'm really relieved about because that's kind of like a problem with the last pre-order. Like, it can be quite unpleasant to have like an unexpected fee when you order something, so I'm really relieved about that. I think a lot of people are gonna be happy about that. However, I'm no longer able to accept returns at all. Like, basically this whole time, like, it costs like 30 bucks when people send a return, even if they then cover the return fee, because there's like a customs fee, like an import fee back into China. Obviously I've like not been making money. This has been so expensive, and the person I was talking to today was saying sometimes it takes like 3 months for things to come into the country because it is such a tightly managed process. So I just can't anymore, which sucks. I really do feel bad about it, but I have to be realistic about what I'm able to actually offer as a small business. So that's like a positive in one way and like a negative in another way. The main reason really why people refund things is because the size wasn't good, and like I really just want to emphasize, like, please measure yourself. That's right, Maple, please measure yourself. Like, measure yourself. Like, don't just be like, I'm an M in this store, so maybe I'm an M in this store. No, measure yourself, I beg you, please. So yeah, that's the situation. At the very least, they are going to help a lot with like shipping and stuff, and shipping's going to be a lot more reasonably priced for me now, as in I'm not paying out of pocket. Because this whole time I've been charging like 10 bucks for shipping, but I'm covering most of the actual shipping cost because it's DHL. Whereas now I'll be charging something like 10-15 bucks for shipping, but that's actually the shipping cost, which is great. So yeah, that's a relief. Hello, little update. I'm not doing too well, to be honest with you. The stress has just been so intense that it's just like constantly manifesting in my body, and I feel like I can't do anything, but there's so much to do at once. I took 1 day off for my birthday, and oh my gosh, how much I regret that, because now there's like so many things I need to catch up on just for like taking 1 day off. I think my main stress is the $6,700 that I have to pay China by the end of this month. I don't have that money, and PayPal is still holding my money, and they said that they would review it this month, and there's just no updates. And I try to ask them about it and there's just nothing, and turns out they do this a lot, and a lot of the times after 180 days they just close the account and steal the money. And apparently they just do that. That's just like a thing they do, and everyone knows that they do it, and that's... what am I supposed to do? Sue them? With what money? Turns out that 6,700, by the way, was just like import fees mostly for all the returns that I accepted. So yeah, sorry. I do feel really bad that we can't accept returns, but we just like can't accept returns. Like, I cannot afford that. That's more than the clothes that we actually returned cost themselves, and now I'm in a huge deficit. So I'm really sorry. Like, I know that that's going to be a very unpopular move, but the import taxes, even for customers who pay for the items to be sent back themselves, are just way too high. Like, we just don't make a profit, so we can't just be giving this kind of money away. And then there's obviously the stress of like the samples not being ready for the release last month still, and everything is going to take 2 months to be made, and no one wants to buy winter clothes that I'm not going to get until January. So I feel like I've wasted so much money due to poor management. So I think that I will from now on be managing everything myself. No more just relying on other people's schedules and like what they think we should be doing. I'm just doing everything by myself from now on. If we manage to get sales started in October, then I'm going to start the spring summer in November. Like,
I'm just not doing this again. So yeah, just like a little update. I'm sorry I've been whinging so much. It's just that the stress has been so real for me, and if I'm going to film a video about the process, then the stress has just been a part of the process, unfortunately. Sorry that I am like literally the whiniest person in the world. I get stressed very easily, and I really wanted to clean today, and it's just not happening. Like I can't make myself do anything other than just obsess over the things that need to be done and over money, because the money situation is unbelievably stressful. I'm just praying I can figure something out to pay the factory by the end of this month, because I have to release that sales and be able to begin this month so that I can use the sales money to pay the factory. And then also I have to send everything from the factory to the warehouse. It's just like so much happening at once. It feels like there is literally constantly something to do, and no matter how much I keep doing stuff, there is still things to do, and there is just no time for me to like so much as think. One of the main thoughts that I just can't shake is this idea of like, what if no one even buys the next releases? Like, what do I even do then? Because I'm so deep and I owe so much money, and it's just so stressful, and there's just nothing that I can do but wait. Like I won't know until I release the next set. Yeah, it's been pretty stressful. That's my little update for today.
Hello there, my friends. So today I went to see the pattern maker to do some size grading, but this morning I got a message from PayPal. I messaged PayPal on Twitter, which is apparently the only freaking way to get an answer from them, because they are genuinely never seen any worse customer service than PayPal. Anyway, I messaged them on Twitter, and they got back to me 2 days later, which is this morning, and they were like, oh yeah, that's $6,000 that we're holding, that's for the rest of your account's life. Huh? First of all, I was not made aware of this at all ever, so what the hell? And they're like, yeah, we'll review your account, it'll take 5 days or so. And I was like, what do I even say to that? You know, like, what do I even say? And like, I just need you to understand, like, 6,000 is so much money to me. I don't know, like, isn't it a lot of money to everyone? I don't know. But yeah, so that's really stressful. So I woke up super stressed, and then I had to go to my pattern maker to do the sizes. I'm really anxious about the sizes because we don't really have time to do a fitting. The thing is, the skirt and the blouse are purposely made to be like easily fitted, you know what I mean? Like, I've put like stretch in the back, I've put like a fastener in the skirt, I've put buttons on the sleeve thing so that you can make it longer and shorter, so hopefully that's going to be still okay. We're doing 5 sizes this time because there is so much like stretch in the skirt and stuff, so we're able to do like a bigger size than before. When we were writing it down, we referred to it as like a 4XL to a 5XL, but I wouldn't call it that size at all. I need people to understand this. Sizes, when we're doing this, it's just relative to the previous size. So when you make an S, it's just relative to the XS, and when we make an M, it's just relative to the S. So it's just like, this is the S, and then we do one bigger, and then that's the M, right? And that's how like every shop does it, but I think some people are really used to like shopping in like certain shops where like they're one size, and then they'll just buy like that size everywhere, and that is like, I need you to like stop doing that. Please measure yourself. But yeah, I think like when we actually write it down and like put it on the website, I think that's just going to be like a 3XL. Like, I think I'll do like XXS to XS, S to M, L to XL, and then 2XL, 3XL, just like as their own sizes, because I don't want to be like, oh, we're doing up to 5XL, because I don't think that's like accurate at all. I don't want to make any bigger sizes as of yet because we just don't have time to do the fitting. That being said, we will definitely be working on the spring summer way earlier than we have been doing for this release. I'm taking things into my own hands this time, and we're starting it in November. And by we, I mean me. I'm doing this by myself from now on because this is like ridiculous. And then I will definitely make sure I have time to do like fittings, and then I don't know, we'll see how things go with sizes and stuff. I'm absolutely trying my best, and I'm doing this all by myself, and I'm so tired and I'm so hungry, and I just needed to understand I'm so stressed. It's so tiring because it's like on top of like all this work and all the money stress, it's like I also have to like make everyone happy in the world because I'm also doing like my own customer service, and I'm still doing YouTube. I'm just really tired and really burnt out. So yeah, but yeah, okay. Yeah, well basically, hopefully, we will soon do the photo shoot. Oh my god, if we can do the photo shoot and get everything out in October, that's literally like, I need it to happen. I'm manifesting it. 222, 666, 999, whatever I need to do to make it happen, I will make it happen. I need it to happen. And PayPal, please give me my money. I don't know why you're holding my money. I'm actually like on the verge of tears. I don't know why you're holding my money. I don't understand how to get my money back, and I need that money. Don't use PayPal. If you're a new brand who's starting from scratch, do not use PayPal. Okay, that is it. Am I losing my mind? Yes, I'm losing my mind. Please don't get mad at me
for sizes and stuff. I promise you I'm trying my best, and I promise you I will leave more time next time. I promise you. Listen, everything, I'm like just taking everything as it comes and just trying to deal with each situation as best as I can. Please understand.
Hello friends, so it is evening and I'm home right now, obviously just in my pajamas, but some clothes came. It is the sample of this setup, which was fixed, and also the pink version, which I'm very excited about, so I'm going to try it on now. Here they are. It's kind of like a first impression. First of all, we're definitely changing the buttons. That's already a thing, but if you remember last time, these buttons were really annoying to get into, but we changed them to snap buttons. Oops, kind of difficult to do with one hand, but yeah, you can kind of just snap those open. Guess I can't. Like that, so it's nice and easy to change in and out of. Obviously these buttons will also change the ones on the outside. Most importantly, I'm very excited about the collar. We added some lace and you can just take it off if you don't want to have lace on it. Ugh. Obviously I can't do that right now. I don't know why I keep trying this. But yeah, I think it's so cute. It's just kind of like an added little frilly touch. Maybe I'll have them sew it a little bit closer to the edge here, just to make it stand out a little bit more, because it's quite nice on the back here, as you can see. So I like it. It's for the most part very good, as far as I can tell now without trying it on. But yeah, just like maybe sew it a little bit closer around here would be good. This is the black one, kind of the same problem, kind of disappears behind it here, but other than that I think it's really nice. Here is the matching dress. I kind of wanted to be like a setup that you can either wear together or you can wear them separately. They're both also lined. Obviously my logo will go here. And this, honestly, at first glance, I think it's actually completely fine. I think this might just like be ready to go, which is amazing. This one took so little time for like no clear reason. I'm not sure what's happening there. And then as you can see, there's a black version. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna try them on. Okay, so this is the setup on me. First of all, I absolutely adore the pink and the blue. I think this color is so cute. I'm really happy about that. Whether or not you can wear it in winter, I think depends on where you live. I think in Tokyo, when I wear it with like my fleece tights and stuff, I'll be completely fine. But I think like if you're like in Sweden, probably not. But I think it's like super cute even for like spring. I definitely want them to kind of attach the lace a little bit further towards the edge, so it can be a little bit more like this, you know, so you can see a little bit more of it, because I feel like it's very hidden under the collar. Obviously I'm changing the button. Also I want to change the length. I think it's a little too short still. A little too short. I think I would be quite happy to wear this length, but I think that a lot of people would not be comfortable with this length, so I'm going to make it maybe just like 2 centimeters longer. I'm going to take this off just so you can see it without. And as you can see, it's so much easier with these because you don't have to like, oh my gosh, they were such a pain in the ass before they were like these kinds of buttons. It was just kind of annoying to take them on and off your sleeve. And also we made it a little bit bigger, the soliguchi. What's soliguchi in English?
What soliguchi?
The soliguchi? The sleeve hole.
Sleeve.
Is it?
Sleeve.
The sleeve hole, yeah.
Sleeve hole.
I don't know. The sleeve hole like bigger, so that it's easier to like slip your hand in and out. I have big hands though, so. But this is dressed by itself. As you can see, it's very cute. Hopefully we can also finish my turtleneck, which I think we can, because that one was pretty much like ready to go as soon as I made the first sample. Like from the first sample, we're just gonna like change the ribbon. I think it's like fine, and then we can like release them together because I think they're really cute as a set. I think this turtleneck is like the color is wrong. What do you got to say, Maple? But I love it. It's super cute, and you can totally wear it by itself, and you can also wear like the jacket with something else, which is exactly what I wanted. So yeah, small adjustments, but then it's pretty much ready to go. Oh, and I totally forgot to say, but we are making berets to match both of these, which I'm really excited about.
I literally leave my stuff for like 2 seconds and immediately a cat sits on it and I need to like put it away now because it's gonna have maple hairs all over it, bless her heart. I didn't even realize, but a fabric sample actually came from one of the skirts we're doing. I'm so nervous about doing it like a completely black skirt. I'm so attracted to doing like prints and stuff, so I'm really nervous about how this one's gonna turn out. As you can see, the turtleneck that I have now stops so early on my arm, it doesn't even reach my wrist, and I have this problem with every single turtleneck that I ever buy, so that's why our turtleneck now is coming to like halfway up the hand, because I want to like comfortably, nicely wear it, you know? Okay, I'm completely shaking. I was just getting ready and I checked my emails and the PayPal reserve has been lifted. I mean, I just instantly started screaming. It was probably a really scary time to be asking because I hadn't explained anything. I just started screaming. And then I just like threw my phone at him because I couldn't even say what the situation was, because I don't think you understand what a huge stress has been lifted off my shoulders. I owe China $6,700, right, for the returns and stuff. And now I can pay that. I mean, 700 of that is just coming straight from like my YouTube money. But I'll pay 700 for like all the stress I've been under. Like that's like a win in my opinion. I'm completely shaking and now I'm just gonna have the best day ever with my friend. I don't even really know what to say. I have so many thoughts. Never ever ever trust PayPal with your money. If you're a new business, do not trust PayPal with your money. I know I've said this before, do not trust PayPal with your money. I will never ever ever accept PayPal again. I might look into other options, like Square I've heard is good, but like PayPal, never doing PayPal again. Oh, so many emotions. Hello, hi, it's the same day. I genuinely feel like sick with happiness. I feel physically ill with how relieved and happy I am. Like, I feel like my insides are like shaking and made of jelly. I feel like I'm gonna throw up and I feel like I'm going to fly into the sky at the same time, because not only do I now have that $6,000 and I can pay those $6,700 over to the factory, but I just got confirmation that we can do the photo shoot at the end of the month that I originally wanted to do and that I originally planned, and that all of my models kindly penciled out the day for. Things are going strangely well. I mean, yesterday's sample as well. I don't know if you know the video that you saw yesterday, the one of me trying things on. Yeah, that was yesterday. That sample was really, really good as well. Like, just a few small changes to be made. Like, things are going scarily well. Scarily well. You know, when like things have been bad for a long time and things finally start looking up, you're like, suspicious. Should I be worried about this? That's how I feel right now, but just so relieved. I'm gonna edit my video tonight and get that up. I have a meeting today with like another company that kind of wants to discuss a few things with me. That's also very exciting. So things are moving, things are happening. It's going scarily well. And I'm like so overjoyed and relieved and just like, I can't relax because I'm just so like everything was so scary and stressful and I was really worried about this not working out, but things are working out, things are working out. Things are working out. Hello there, my friends. I'm here on a date with this handsome lad, and I'm actually wearing my brand's design, and I'm quite happy with that. I wanted to give it like a little bit of a test run, you know, but it's actually keeping me quite warm. I mean, it's not that cold, but it's like still kind of autumnal weather, so I'm quite happy about that. I actually took off the jacket, which I have right here. Let me show you. There she is, discarded. I'm not happy that the buttons are not very cute, because obviously I want to change the buttons, but I did want to take photos, so I think I'll just post some photos of this and then just kind of give that as like a preview. But yeah, I'm quite happy with it. I'm actually quite happy to hear that he is cold, because I am very much not cold. It's kind of a weird thing to say, but it means that it's actually like a nice and warm jacket. Because
she wants me to suffer.
No, because I was like, oh, it's just a nice and warm evening. You're like, what?
I'm just still covering myself with this.
Yeah. I'm glad, because I was worried. I was like, oh, maybe it's like too thin to wear as a proper jacket, but I think it could definitely be worn as like a proper jacket, just not in like very, very cold countries.
It's good.
I think it's a great like autumn spring jacket. I'm very happy about it.
Nah.
You literally look away for 2 seconds in this household. Hello, sorry, I look a huge mess. That's because we just got home. I just came home from a meeting with like a new company that I was kind of considering working with, but I decided I'm definitely going to switch over. There have been a lot of issues that I've just not addressed at all and not talked about. It's difficult. It's a fine line between like not being professional enough, but also like I want to be like personal. I want to be open about my situation with you guys. But yeah, there's just been a lot of like issues that I've been having. Teddy's here. There you go. Look who it is. And I think like one of the recent problems that we've been having is that they just don't really get my brand image. Like, I think they just think my 7 size thing that we started with, it's just like to inconvenience them personally. And like, it's just a lot of like, I don't think they're taking it seriously, because I got a picture back of one of the samples for the XXL, and the heart itself gets bigger because I want to make it bigger here, because obviously as your bust gets bigger, you're going to need a bigger heart. But the heart inside the heart doesn't get bigger. And I feel like this is like great oversight on the pattern maker's part, because they should have seen that. It's like inside the heart, it's right there. So it feels like they're not taking grading it seriously. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but it's just been a lot of issues like that. And then my business partner is acting like it's a huge inconvenience that I'm being like, no, we need to make it so that the balance between the heart and the outer heart is the same between every size, because that's the design. I don't want to put out like a subpar design for the larger sizes. Why would I do that? And so it feels like everyone around me is just kind of like dragging their feet, going along with what I want when it's not what they want to do at all. So like clearly we are just a bad match. And that is just like the surface of all the problems. I think literally like once a week there's a new problem. But this new place is great. First of all, they're saying that I should not start with my size when I do the samples and stuff, but instead start with the M. And this makes so much sense, because it's so much easier to grade it down to 3 and then grade it up from there, rather than starting with a smaller size and then like as you get bigger it's just kind of like getting out of control. So we're going to be doing that from now on, and we're also going to be using muesli to do, like, I think I just said muesli, I meant muslin. In Japanese it's toaru, and I'm only used to doing these things in Japanese. Muslin, which if you don't know, that's kind of like a cheap, like easy to work with material that you can kind of use to just see the fit and everything first, and then we're going to use fitting models and they're going to make the samples, and then from there we send it to the factory. So I'm really excited about this, and it kind of makes me feel like everything we've been doing up until now has been just like a joke. Like, it just feels like a joke because it's just been so inefficient and no one tells me anything, you know? Like, there's all these people who are supposed to be like industry professionals who are supposed to be working with me who are just like not telling me anything, because I didn't even consider how much of a better idea it is to start with an M. Like, yeah, like it kind of makes sense, but when you consider like the size grading, it just makes perfect sense. Like, why have I been doing this whole time? It just doesn't make sense anymore. So we're gonna be doing that. Yeah, new things are coming, bigger things are coming. I'm moving on, doing a little bit of other stuff as well. I really want to do shoes, so that's kind of what we're working on. I want to do some accessories. We'll see. I'm kind of like dipping my toe into different things. Hopefully the samples will be ready. Oh my god, you guys, I feel like I've been like almost throwing up daily from the stress because I don't know if the samples are going to be ready for the shoot or not. They say it is, and then they keep being like, well, if you want to make the heart bigger, it's going to take more time. And I'm like, I'm not selling the larger sizes something subpar. I'm just not like you can drag your feet as much as you want with, like, I'm not doing that. So yeah, it's just been so stressful with that, but I'm really excited for the future. I'm excited for how things are going to be doing from now on, and I'm going to start working with this new company, which I'm really excited about. So yeah, we're already starting the production for the next line because I'm just never ever leaving it this late ever again. I shouldn't have left it to other people to decide those things. Completely, I've learned my lesson. At the very least, the fit of the apron dress looks good on all the sizes, so there's that, and hopefully everything's gonna go smoothly and we're going to be able to do the shoot this weekend. I'm really excited. I like the apron dress and everything. I'm just like so stressed about like the situation, like the circumstances around the production right now, so obviously that needs to change, so that is changing from now. Every month I feel like I'm learning something new, and if nothing else, I've got that. Hello friends, so it's evening. I'm in the car with Yaski right now. I had a really bad stomach ache all day today. I actually don't know why, but I was like laying in bed like but the show must go on, and today I'm going to do a little bit of preparing for the shoot. That's in 2 days, and like I'm just shitting myself because it's like you were really close to that car. That actually really scared me.
No problem.
Okay. I'm like so nervous, like, is the clothing gonna come tomorrow? Because it needs to come tomorrow, and it's just like, I'm trying so hard to not think about that. But either way, I do have to prepare for the shoot itself. Like, we still have a few things that we haven't bought. We bought most things, and most things we just bought online to just keep it like nice and simple, because we want to get a lot of things for like our tea party kind of vibe that we're going for. But I still haven't bought the teapot and the teacups and stuff, which I do need to do, but because I was being kind of fussy, and I went to Frankfurt and I was like not impressed. But like, there really is nowhere else that I can get like a teapot with 6 matching teacups. That's the difficult part. Usually I like to thrift them, but like 6 cups, it's just like so hard to get, like especially matching with a teapot. So we're gonna go to Frankfurt, kind of give up and just get something cute. I mean, they have like cute enough ones. Oops, they're cute enough, it's fine. And then we're gonna go to Donkey and just kind of buy like a few small things like that. And then tomorrow I'm gonna get my nails done because my nails are not looking too great. We're gonna buy some like cakes and stuff because we need to have some cakes and stuff for the shoot. Again, it's like a tea party kind of theme, so that's what we're going for. Yeah, let's just hope everything comes tomorrow, because if it doesn't, I'm gonna go insane. I have a lot of cute options. Maybe I'll go for this mermaid thing. There's a blue one as well, very cute. Oh, I just realized it wasn't 6 that we need 5. I wonder which one I should do with that. White is maybe the most boring one, so maybe I'll get 1 white and then 2 pink and 2 blue. That's what I'll do. There we go. That is one thing taken care of at least. We found some pastel balloons at Donkey, but not much else, so we will look for more stuff tomorrow. Hello friends, so it is Friday, the day before my photo shoot. I feel a little bit calmer today than I did yesterday. Last night I cried, like ugly cried, like bawled my eyes out for like half an hour, but actually I think it really lifted me up. Like, really needed that cry, so I'm kind of glad about that. I can kind of feel the stress creeping back up though, especially when I consider like, what if the samples don't come today? What if people don't like what I made? It's just a lot of worries. I'm really upset about the fact that we're going to place the orders now, but the clothes aren't going to come until like January, February, and I'm like, like just the way we've been doing it is such a joke, and I'm just never ever doing it this way ever again. I'm so glad I switched teams. I'm gonna keep saying this, but I really am just so glad that like everything's been switched out, because the way we're doing it from now on is going to be so much more streamlined, and I just don't want this kind of stress on me anymore, because it's just been a little bit too much. So I'm happy about that. Also, I'm wearing a dress for the next release.
love it. So yeah, let's go and get the final items for the shoot today. Let's hope Daiso has something. It's just opening now. I am so relieved. This stuff is so cute. I'm absolutely getting this. Hello, look at this. This comes with 12 and this comes with 3. I think these are perfect. I'm so relieved. Okay, so now we're going to go and get some cupcakes. We're going to get some cake slices, and then I'm going to go get my nails done, and then we're going to go home, and hopefully the samples will be there for us. I actually asked for pictures of the samples before they sent them, but I think that message wasn't passed on, but I'm really nervous about the samples. I really hope they're all good. Okay, so I got my nails done. I'm quite happy with them, but I got a message that my clothes have arrived. I'm so nervous. I really, really hope they look good. Also, my stomach ache is back, and I'm starting to think it's stress related. It was really hard for me to like sit down in that chair while she was doing my nails. I was just there like, ugh. I really, really hope everything goes well. Oh my god, they came! I'm so relieved. I'm gonna have a look at them. I hope they're really good. Also, this is the beret that's going to match the second set that we're releasing in November. I want to put a little heart in the back with a lace, but other than that, it's pretty much done. Oh god, I told them twice that I want them to attach this to this, and I just don't know why they're not doing it. I really don't like the way it looks when it like loosens like this, but at the very least for photos we can attach it and I can be like, please fix it next time. The one I was most worried about was the XXL size, because originally this inside heart was smaller on this one because they only graded this one, they didn't grade this one, so they redid it, but this looks really good. It looks great. I'm so relieved. The new ribbon for the blouse also looks really good, which is a relief. I'm gonna give both of these with each blouse so people can kind of mix and match as they will. But yeah, everything looks great. I'm so happy. So we actually added a zipper to this one, which is different from the previous skirt. And then also you can choose which length you want for the straps, which is great. Yeah, I think this is going to be like a really easy piece to kind of choose your size for, just because it's so forgiving. Currently packing and preparing for tomorrow. I'm really happy with the things we've gathered. I think it's going to be super cute. Hello there, my friends. So today is the day of our photo shoot. I'm so excited. Everything is nice and prepared. We're nice and on time, and we're currently picking up Rachel, the photographer, because she kind of lives far away, so we don't want her to like travel too much by train, especially when she has like all that stuff to carry around. But yeah, it's the day of the shoot. I'm so excited. Everything actually kind of worked out according to plan, which didn't expect that one, but not complaining, not complaining. We've arrived at the studio. It's so cute. Okay, I got ready and you can kind of see me, but I'm really happy about it. This is exactly what I imagined. So Katie, yeah. And this is Katie in her outfit. I think you look adorable. Yeah, and in the back is Adrian's sister. Adrian's getting ready. She looks so cute. And this is Hana-san. She looks so cute. So we're currently preparing for the next shoot. It's going to be a tea party themed shoot.
God, this is so weird.
So here comes Patrick. We're setting up the tea party set.
Okay, I'm currently walking to the car, actually because they're popping balloons, so I'm really scared of popping balloons. But that shoot went really, really well. It went so smoothly. Everything was on time. It was just really, really nice. So I'm so glad. I'm so excited to see the pictures. I'm home now. I had a little bit of a rest. It's about 9:30 p.m. but I do need to get the website up. So I'm currently working on the website. I need to weigh the clothes. I need to put all the information. I put all the photos. I need to sort out the discount code because I'm giving a discount to people who pre-order. So embarrassing, my laundry's there. Yeah, tomorrow I have like a Halloween party, but I think I'm going to dip early, like just kind of pop in, say hello to everyone and just go home because I have so much to do. I'm only really starting, but there's a lot to do. I need to include, for example, the materials it's made of. I need to create the size chart because I have a size chart, but it needs to like look good on the website. I still have to do some of the shipping countries, so I definitely need to get that done. Yeah, there's just so much to do by 11 p.m. tomorrow. Definitely need to make sure I get it done. Hello friends, just got home. It's actually Halloween today. Well, it's the day before Halloween, but it's Sunday, so everyone's celebrating today. There was like a big party with my friends, so I kind of just dressed up a little bit with things I already have in my closet because I just don't have time to like think of a new costume. And then I just left early. Like I wanted to go and see everyone, but like I just don't have time right now. I was working from like 8 o'clock in the morning until we had to leave at like 1, and there's still just so much I need to do, so I'm gonna keep working on that. And then tonight is when the sales start, and I'm just so nervous. It's so hard to tell if this time it'll actually be profitable or even if we'll break even. So that's really stressful. There's really no way of knowing until like everything's been paid for and sent out, and like even a little bit after that, just to see like are there any more secret hidden fees. So yeah, super nervous. And like more than anything, I'm like, what if no one even likes the design? Like I'm so nervous about it. And more than that, I'm worried that people who do want it are not seeing it because of the new Instagram algorithm. That's just been really stressing me out. Instagram is just like not showing anyone anything I post. So yeah, very stressed, very tired, but the show must go on. I'm still doing all the countries, and there are so many countries. Will anyone from Guatemala even order my clothes? I don't know. But what if they do? I need to be ready. I did it. Now it's time for me to prepare my post for when the items are live. Good morning. I say morning, but it's about 12:30. Cannot get myself out of bed. Fell asleep with makeup. Sales are pretty bad. I mean, the first time I did sales, my Instagram reach was just totally different from what it's now. It's just like nosedive. So I really did expect this. Again, it could just also be that people are not interested in my design. There's a recession. It's just a lot at once. But yeah, sales are really bad. And it's kind of making me kind of reconsider how realistic this is for me, like if I can keep doing this. I mean, the fact that I even got the opportunity to do this in the first place, I'm very grateful for. So at least there's that. The issue is that I owe a lot of money now. Like I still owe some of that payment from the $6,700 from all the returns. I have to pay rent. I have to pay for my bill for my health insurance. I have to pay all the models and the photographer for the shoot we did. And my business partner gets a cut of net sales, so not even profits, just all the sales. So I just kind of owe him money out of pocket. I mean, regardless, ties are being cut with him, but like now I just kind of owe him money. It would be nice if he could help cover some of the fees, but no, it's all me. I owe money for the samples that we did for the shoot, and then also like because sales are low, the original quote that I got for the clothes is now much more expensive than they were originally. It's a lot cheaper to buy like 1,000 of something than it is to buy 10 of something. But just random numbers, which means that most likely the clothes are going to cost more than I'm actually charging. It's in a bit of a joke. So yeah, I'm just like, I don't know.
Railway is KO, which serves the western suburbs, and is infamous for its level crossings. Unlike most of the private...
So I calmed down a little bit. We watched some train videos. I really like trains, so that helped me calm down. If I don't think about how much money I owe, I feel pretty okay. I think like the thing is, right, of course some releases will not have as much hype as others. It just makes sense. But the thing is, when you're doing it at such a small scale as I am, just one bad release can have such a strong impact, and I'm really stressed. And yeah, I don't know, I want to keep going. I want to keep trying. I think we're gonna take out a loan so we can pay for everything we owe right now, and then maybe continue a little bit, and hopefully that'll help. Hopefully we can pay that back. But yeah, like it helps a lot if you guys just share anything, like share, comment. All those things are kind of like free ways that you can help me. Not that like you owe me help, but like just like if you are someone who wants to help, that's like one of the main ways that you can kind of help. Hello friends, so quick update before I finish this video. It's a couple days since I started sales and I feel a lot better. I spent that first day literally just crying all morning and then just watching TikTok all evening. I did nothing that day, and I realized the next day like how much better I felt, and I'm realizing like I have not given myself any time off. I mean any time off for like the past few months, and it's obviously had a really serious effect on me. Like I'm just constantly stressed, and ever since having that day off and having yesterday as well as a day off, I feel so much better. Just in general, like mentally I feel better. I used to say that I'm someone who needs to have one day off in a week to do nothing, and that's so true. Like I just need that, and I just wasn't giving myself that anymore. I think I would be like, oh, but I'm hanging out with friends today, so it's a rest day. But that's just not how my rest days work. Like I need to be home, not doing anything. Maybe I'll cook and that's it, and like just properly really relaxing in order for it to really count as a rest day for me. So lesson learned, I'm absolutely not putting myself through that again. I need to give myself at least one day off in a week. This whole week I've given myself time off. I need to edit this video obviously. Like I feel okay. I don't feel like fantastic, but I feel a lot better. I can't get myself out of bed. Like I wake up at like 8 and I just like lay in bed because I just can't get out. Other than that, I feel mostly fine. I'm like eating, I'm sleeping, everything's like fine. I now have like a game plan, so I think that's going to make it a little bit easier. Basically I'm going to see how the next release, that's the setup with the dress and the jacket. I know that people really like that one, and if they don't buy that one, then that means that obviously it's due to people's financial situation right now. They can't afford to buy from small businesses. I'll accept it. Or if they buy from that one, then it means they just didn't like this design at all. That's okay too. If it turns out they just didn't like this design, then I will continue with clothing. But if it turns out that people are just not buying from small businesses right now, then I think I'm going to, at least for a while, switch my focus to accessories. Obviously accessories are a lot easier to do because I don't have to do like fittings, I don't have to do sizes. It's just something that you hang around your neck, you know? Because it would be kind of silly to continue this if I know I'm not going to make any profit. So I might switch a little bit to accessories and see how that goes. But if the next one sells well, then I will continue to do clothing, with the understanding that there is a high possibility that things will not be bought, in which case I need to put my estimates at a higher price because I need to estimate a lower order quantity. As I mentioned before, smaller orders means bigger price. So basically I need to expect fewer sales so that I'm able to afford the clothes people do order. And also my previous items, the dresses and stuff that I did before, are now currently being taken to the warehouse, which means that shipping will not be as expensive as it was. So I'm going to lower the price on those. Even if I only really make back what I originally paid, it's better than nothing, and maybe with that I can pay back all the money I owe. I'm very stressed about money right now, I won't lie to you. That being said, if you want to help me, a great way to help is just to like share my videos, share my photos, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff really helps. It's like a free way that you can kind of help out. Obviously you don't owe me help, but if you wanted, those are really great ways. I really do appreciate all the support I've been getting. Like, I feel really grateful that at least I had this opportunity, but we will see where it goes from here. So yeah, things are a little bit better. I'm sorry to leave it on kind of a negative note, but I think this is where I'm going to go ahead and finish this video. Thank you ever so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you, bye!
이면이껏 에너지를 쏟아붓고 탈진할 때쯤 초록 빨강 둘 중에 뭐가 더 넌 기대돼